Hey, welcome to another episode of Bricks and Dragons. I'm here with Ronak Shah. Is that how you pronounce your name, Ronak? Ronak?
I actually go by Ron for everyone.
Ron. All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I should have mentioned that.
I'm here with Ron. He's the CEO of Obvi. And can you tell us a little bit about what you do over at Obvi and who's your customer?
Absolutely. So Obvi is what's turned now into a general health and wellness brand for women, particularly, with the flagship line being its backbone around collagen. Collagen is notably known for its role in hair, skin, nails, and joints, and a product that helps you kind of build collagen in your body so you have stronger hair, skin, and nails. So our product line is kind of derived through collagen. So a lot of products you see will have collagen, and our customer is typically a female that's probably in her mid 30s to early 50s, that's looking for, some of the benefits of collagen and trying to find a more particular way to use it, because collagen has had a stigma forever around being a product that's just supposed to be tasteless, odorless, and flavorless. And something is that's, you kind of just take it without thinking. We're here to make collagen be a product that's like, no, it can be a standalone, good tasting protein that you look forward to taking. So that's the customer we cater to.
Awesome. And will it make hair grow back? I'm kind of working on this.
Yeah, it'll make it all grow back.
All right, awesome. And so what kind of gave you this idea? What gave you the confidence to take the leap to become an entrepreneur and start this business?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing has been kind of our journey. Myself and my two other partners, Ankit and Ashwin, we've been in the sports nutrition, health, and wellness space for a while, more formally as a marketing agency. After basically working as a marketing agency and helping other brands, doing that for several years, 7 to be exact, we kind of learned a lot of the pieces of what to do, what not to do, and then how to go about things. So we took everything we kind of formulated, and we kind of always joke about that being like our college days, right? Our marketing agency was our college days. And Obvi is actually like our final thesis, where we take everything we've learned in 4 years or 7 years in our case, and basically build that brand. And our goal is to build the most iconic brand out there. And that's it stemmed through knowing that we have the confidence of hoping that we're not going to make the mistakes that we've seen and probably be a couple steps ahead in our journey.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that as a goal. And one thing I always like to talk about with other founders is the ability to take risk. Is that something that's learned, or do you feel like that's something that is innate or, runs in the family, or can people learn it? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I don't think it can run in the family or something that just kind of is in somebody and not in somebody. I think you really have to fail. And we've failed so many times, like countless times, with other businesses, other companies that we worked with. And when you fail, I think you learn that everything that you were doing up until the point you failed was technically a risk. And because there was failure at the end of the road, you realize that your journey on that road was actually a risk. And when you failed a couple of times, you realize that, if you've seen the end path of what risk looks like, and it's failure, and the fear goes away. So the word risk and its connotation kind of fades into something where, hey, hell, I'm going to do it and I'm going to take a shot at it.
Yeah. I love that. I think a lot of people need to hear that. And for people keeping score, because we've been filming a lot of these lately, most founders feel that way. So a lot of people think that, if I don't have people in my family that are doing it, that it's not for me. And I agree with you. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
So here's where we, at the end, you get a chance to win money to invest in another founder on our platform. So here you either get a +2 handicap or -2, and you get heads, which is good. So you get +2, and you tell us what's your superpower. What are you the best at?
Awesome. So I think my superpower is kind of being able to not only kind of plan or ideate something, but push it through until it's fully executed.
Yeah.
So I think, a lot of times where, you may see people kind of not fail or stop, but it's in that process of, oh, I have the idea, but I can't execute it, or I'm really good at executing, but I don't have an idea. I think my greatest ability is either coming up with an idea and then bringing a path to execution, or if there is an idea there, bringing it to execution.
Yeah. So select carefully, complete fully.
Yeah.
And this is a question a lot of business owners struggle with. How do you know when is the right time to grow and expand versus, build up your war chest if you're profitable? What indicators are you looking for to know when it's time to grow?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think sometimes we even have to ask that ourselves. I think the timing comes down to when a lot of the pieces and steps you have been taking, let's say it's launching something every month, or let's say it's placing a bigger purchase order for your next round of inventory. When certain of those things that used to kind of scare you or make you a little uncomfortable start becoming very comfortable, I think it's time to find something new to make you uncomfortable. And I think that's the real definition of growth is the time it's ready is when you're too comfortable to doing the things that you need to do. That means there isn't something there that's helping you grow. And usually growth stems from things that you execute properly that were uncomfortable initially in the thought process. So I think as soon as you feel a little too comfortable, it's time to grow.
I really like that. And then obviously there's a lot of things to juggle being a business owner. How do you kind of stay like mentally, physically in the game, have the energy to keep doing all the things to do?
Yeah, no, this is a good question. I think building your team is so important. I'm blessed to have two partners that are mentally, physically, and emotionally kind of invested in the same level. And it's hard to find that, to be honest, sometimes. But I think who you surround yourself with is so important because, if for me, whether I'm in the office or out of the office or headed to the office, in some part of my mind, Obvi is on my mind, right? And a lot of the people I'm talking to, they always say evaluate your last 10 people you spoke to in your text message as your circle. At least 8 out of those 10 people I'm talking to about Obvi. And so I think to stay kind of mentally there and even physically and emotionally, I think you need to really, really be 100% vested into it. And then also surround yourself with other people that are vested into it.
Yeah, I have a partner as well, and I couldn't agree more. And I see Ray Dalio is always posting the 1 + 1 = 3, which
Yeah.
I love. So here you meet the wizard. You get a chance to give your former self advice in one category. So we roll a dice to see what
Like
category, and, and you get a 5. So this is a really interesting topic, I think, for you because you guys are bootstrapped. But advice for people on obtaining funding. I think that your advice here will be unique.
Yeah. And you can probably echo a lot of what I'm probably going to say. Don't be in a rush. I think, we set out when we started in June of 2019. I think we created an investor deck like October of that year. And we were like, oh, well, we're going to go raise, X amount of money and we're going to give up X amount of the company. And at that point, we hadn't even established what the company is going to be, how our path is going to be executed, what our plans are. And it wasn't really until late 2020 that we realized, all right, this is the character of the company, right? I look at obtaining funding, even though I don't have any kids or any on the way. I look at it kind of like raising a kid. You can't when you have a child in the infant stages, you can't say, well, hey guys, I'm taking bets there. This kid's going to be a doctor or an engineer or a fireman. it's only at the ages of, their adolescence years when they're starting to develop their character, similar to where our brand needed character, needed to establish what it's going to be. So I would say, don't be in a rush. And as long as you can figure out how to be in a profitable sense, or at least execute in a sense where cash doesn't become a huge issue, I think there's other ways where you can navigate your business to be a healthy business without needing to think about funding right away.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, and definitely not having money forces prioritization as well. So we're coming toward the end of Bricks and Dragons. This is where you kind of meet the dragon. You roll a 20-sided die, and then we'll add your +2. So tell me when to stop, and we'll see what number you get.
All right. Stop.
All right. So you got 11 +2. So you get to. So you wound the dragon. You get $50, and we'll PayPal it to you to invest in a campaign on the platform and help another small business owner that's raising money. And one I always like to end. I've tried Obvi and I really liked it. So where can people find you if they're looking for collagen? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So our home base is definitely our website, myobvi.com. That's where you'll find pretty much anything that's either new or coming out, or just the biggest variety. We are in about 500 different retail locations, just more so mom and pop shops, and we're actually about to go in nationwide GNCs. So we're
wow, that's huge! Congratulations.
Thank you. And then we're just onboarding with Kroger.com. So you'll be able to shop on Kroger.com as well, and working on a few different places. And if you're international, we ship to over 75 plus countries.
Wow.
And we have major distribution in Canada, Philippines, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you're in any of those territories, you can find a major distributor in your area.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. Obvi is everywhere, so please try it, and we'll see you next time.